Hey, what's going on? James and Jay Kramer Fitness Protein Review Guy. Today, we're going to go ahead and take a look at California Gold and its third-party testing claims. Spoiler alert, it's complicated. Now, California Gold proudly flaunts its testing through iTested. Sounds official, right? But here's the twist. iTested is owned by iHerb, and guess who owns California Gold Nutrition? You guessed it, iHerb. So is it really third-party tested if it's all under the same roof? That's like me grading my own protein shake recipe and calling it unbiased. Sure, it's compliant with CGMP standards, but those focus on how it's made, not the actual protein content. If true third-party validation is what you're after, this might not pass your protein purity test. iTested might be legit, but the family ties here are just too cozy for comfort, making it a little awkward. All right, let's dive into the big bag of questions. Is California Gold Nutrition Whey Protein Isolate amino spiked? First, let's set the stage. California Gold Nutrition is an iHerb exclusive, tested in-house by iTested. So not exactly what I'd call independent testing. Each serving boasts 27 grams of protein and 6.1 grams of BCAAs. On paper, that's impressive, but according to my golden ratio, for every 5 grams of protein should yield 1.1 grams of BCAA. These numbers don't quite line up and add up. So is this really amino spiked? Well, I can't prove it outright. The unusual high BCAA content compared to the protein content raises questions. An amino acid profile is available, but can you really trust that? Combine that with iHerb's in-house testing, and well, let's just say this transparency doesn't inspire a ton of confidence. All right, let's just go ahead and dig in what the internet trolls are saying on Amazon. Spoiler alert, the views are mixed and they are very limited on Amazon. First, let's just go ahead and get this thing started with the positives. Amazon reviewers seem to love the price, $1.43 per serving, super budget friendly, mix is great. Other than that, flavor is kind of a mixed bag. The taste is up for debate. Chocolate fans, some say it's like sipping hot cocoa. Others more like overly sweet dessert syrup. Vanilla, same deal, super polarizing. Love it or hate it, there's no in between. Is 1 scoop of California Gold protein enough after workout? Let's go ahead, break it down. Science is clear. As you know, you need at least 25 grams of protein with up to 3 grams of leucine post-workout to stimulate muscle growth. California Gold advertises 27 grams of protein with up to 2.86 grams of leucine. Sounds solid, right? Based on my detailed review, this protein is likely amino spike. Translation, the actual intact protein content may be lower than the label suggests. That must mean that 1 scoop doesn't really do the trick. If you're on a budget and still want to use this, consider doubling up with 2 scoops. Yeah, it's pricier per serving, but ensures you're hitting the critical protein number to stimulate muscle growth. As you know, 1 cup of high protein skim milk offers 13 grams of protein with 1.3 grams of leucine. That might be the trick to go ahead and pass the potential amino spiking. But if you're skeptical like me, don't buy this or just double up your servings. All right, let's go ahead and build ourselves a shake. As you know, Daily Driver, Pure Choice Farms, shaker cup. I have 8 fluid ounces. We are just gonna go ahead and do 1 scoop. Serving is stated to have 40 grams, but there's a big asterisk. When I weighed the whole entire cup with protein powder in it, it actually is 1.25 servings. So actually what happens here is the listed in a 2-pound bag offers only 23 servings. If you do the math, you're only going to get a little over 18. So this bag's going to go by fast. 1 normal point scoop going in. Go ahead, lock her up, shake. If you like this long form content reviews, please subscribe. I do weekly protein powder reviews. And if you found this content helpful and informative, please leave a like. Let's go ahead and take a look at how this protein powder mixes up with just water. You got little cake bits on there, but other than that, this protein powder mixes great. Nothing at the very bottom and nothing underneath the pour spout. So High score on that. Let's go ahead and get into our taste review. Cheers. I don't think this is overly sweet. I think it is very serviceable. Best way to describe it, if you were to go ahead and take Nesquik, instead of using milk, you just use water. This is what you're getting. For the price point, I'm really happy with the flavoring. I've tasted worse protein powders at a budget price. If you're someone who's tired of using Body Fortress or 6 Star, this is by far a tastier protein, but there are some caveats. But if you were someone who's on a budget and you want to go ahead and use an alternative budget price protein, I have flavor, you'll be really happy with it. All right, let's go ahead and talk if this protein powder, the pros and cons. Is it a smart choice or should you look elsewhere? Let's go ahead and break it down. First, let's talk about what's the good stuff. The pros. Super budget friendly. iHerb's California Gold is wallet friendly compared to most competitors. If you're looking for savings, this could be a huge win. If you're looking at mixability, California Gold once again scores high. Very little to no issues. Whether you're using water or milk, blends cleanly with minimal clumps or residue, leaving your Shike bottle nearly spotless. And of course, the transparency claims. There's a huge emphasis on quality assurance with the in-house testing. It's nice to see a protein brand taking and talking about verified testing. At least it's on paper. However, now it's time for the cons. And trust me, these are big ones. Conflict of interest. iTested isn't truly independent. It's owned by iHerb. That's like grading your own test and saying A+. There is the amino spiking concern. This product shows unusually high BCAA content per serving to similarly priced protein powders. This raises red flags about potential amino spiking. And then finally, ingredient sourcing ambiguity. Label hints at international origins like this, packaged in USA. For a brand claiming to be transparent, it leaves more to be desired. If you look at the ingredient list, it's very unusual because on here it says bovine milk. And then if you look at the very bottom, I'll flash a picture over here. But I firmly believe this is from EU. It has European origins. So these statements up here, as you can see, you have to do some mental gymnastics. Formulated to contain no gluten, no GMOs, no soy, no RBST, no hormones, etc. But when you read the back, there are the disclaimer, produced in a facility with cross-contaminants. On face value, it looks like a great protein powder, but there are some transparency issues that you should know about. This protein powder is super budget friendly. That promises is big, but leaves you wondering, is it actually good? Let's break it down. California Gold leans on affordability, making it a go-to for those pinching pennies. But there's always a catch. It's with the transparency. Testing is done by iTested, in-house, lab-owned, etc. This creates a clear conflict of interest. Add in the potential for amino spiking concerns, ingredient sourcing lack ambiguity. It feels like a mystery novel. So is California Gold good? I think it's very serviceable. If you value price over verified quality, it could work. But if you're after transparency and premium protein integrity, this is your warning once again. This protein is super eye-catching based on the price. But before you hit add to cart, let's go ahead and get down to 3 things you should know. The brand emphasizes independent testing through iTested, but let's be real. It's in-house testing by their parent company, iHerb. Labels like bovine milk hint at international origins, but there's no clear disclosure of where they come from. Formulated to contain, but made in a facility across contaminants. For a brand toting transparency, this feels more like a smoke and mirrors. The oversized scoop cuts into the servings. Advertising 23, but you're really getting 18. Combined with potential amino spiking concerns, you're left questioning the true value. Final verdict, California Gold protein is serviceable, but if you're on a tight budget and prioritize taste, it's a passable option. But if you demand transparency, verify quality, and you may want to look elsewhere. Honestly, you're better off with the tried and true brands that you can find on grocery stores, on Gold Standard, and Dymatize. So what are your thoughts on this protein powder? Do you trust the claims on here, or do you feel like the lack of verified transparency is a deal breaker? Comment below, I want to know. If you're considering alternatives, like I shared, Dymatize protein powder and Gold Standard are budget-friendly options that deliver quality and transparency. Those links are downstairs as well. Plus, check out my full written review on this protein powder with a whole host of other conducted honest assessments. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.